Happy New Year. It's Tuesday the 16th, and I hope you enjoyed your long weekend. I just got back from far west Texas. I was camping out in Big Bend National Park, and it was great. I was actually in shorts in the morning yesterday, and then by the time I drove back to Austin, it was freezing. So if you're local, I hope you're staying warm. Let's get into the newsletter. I have my notes down here. I'm trying not to make this a 20-minute video. So Texas Department of Transportation has billions of dollars going into projects in the Austin area, one of which I want to talk about, Highway 35. It starts this year, 2024, and it's a $4.5 billion project. That's right. It's going to cause a lot of lane reductions, slower traffic, but of course, long term, it will improve our traffic flow. But for now, it's going to slow us down, and this is why I want to bring it up. It will span across the timeline of maybe 8 years, something like that. So here's how it might affect real estate. If you need to commute downtown or you need to commute across the river, things are going to be slower on both South Mopec and Highway 35. So if you have a home in central Austin, Texas, 78704, 78702, 77 even 45, anything within 15 minutes of downtown, your home value is going to go whoop as soon as the community starts to feel the pain point. So you might want to hold off on selling if you're more central and wait until the city feels that pain of that commute and then list your house, because people are going to want to live closer to downtown during this time. That's my prediction. I could be wrong. And I think it's going to have a trickle effect. So anyone just a little bit closer, it's all, the prices are they're going to go up according to the proximity to downtown, you know. And for those of you who work across the river, let's say you live south and you work north, I think a lot of people are eventually going to be switching and correcting that, where they just can no longer live far away from work. So south people are going to be moving north people are going to be moving south. So you might want to get a jump on it and do that before home prices go up. Speaking of home prices, they are expected to go up. They only went up 1% from last year. The median price is $518. The inventory is 3.8 months, which is up 1.2 months from last year. We don't have very good inventory, just FYI. But when something nice comes to the market, unlike all the other homes that are kind of like unrenovated, and there's just something wrong with it, you know, the floor plan's terrible. Something nice comes up, there's multiple offers, or you just have to jump on it before anyone else can get it. So FYI. Mortgage rates, last year they're in the 8s and 7s, super high. Right now they're at 6.2 and 6.5%. Jeremy Powell did say he wasn't intending on increasing rates and keeping them steady is the goal, but I'm jumping ahead. But to stimulate the economy, they might be lowering them because real estate is a stimulator of the economy. So if they lower those interest rates, it might uptick the real estate industry and stimulate the economy. We'll see what happens. Home sales are expected to increase this year. So last year we didn't have a lot of home sales. Real estate industry was in a recession. A lot of realtors dropped out of the business. And this year, 44% of realtors are expected to leave the business nationally. I've been doing this 10 years, so I'm in it for the long haul. Woo. And you know, I'm not sad to see some of those go, because a lot of people do it part-time and don't take the job seriously. So real estate is a wild animal of an industry. So much changes. I mean, state, city, federal laws, and just real estate's a living thing. You have trees, you have neighbors, you have zoning laws, you have commercial construction, highway construction, so much changes. It's a wild, wild west. Real estate really is exciting. It keeps you on your toes for sure. And if you're not doing it full time, I just don't think you're doing the public consumer any justice. So I'm not sad to see people drop out if they're not serious about this industry. Equity. There's 87 million Americans who are homeowners. Of that amount, 39 own their home outright, 31% own over 50%, and 30% own less than 50%. 70% own a lot of their house. So they're sitting on a lot of cash. Maybe that means people will be moving, shaking, taking that money out. I don't know, but I thought that stat was kind of interesting. Recession, we are expected to be in a mild recession this year. It was supposed to happen last year. I'm not an economist, but I do go to a lot of economic outlooks and economic forecasts just because it's kind of my job to know what's going on. And we were supposed to have a recession last year, but it got pushed for several factors came into play that pushed it to this year. One of which, interestingly enough, Taylor Swift single-handedly affected our economy in a positive way. So yay, Taylor. Any Swifties out there. Last year, the real estate industry was in a recession due to high interest rates and low inventory. That's correct. Yeah, a lot of us were pretty slow last year. So hopefully this year, there's a balance. I'd like to see real estate industry not in a recession, and I'd like to see everyone else not in a recession. So let's hope it's like mild and manageable. My hope is that the interest rates go down to 5.5. I'm hearing that's supposed to happen at the end of the year. But here's a little tip for you. My preferred lender, she's with CMG Financial. She can refinance your loan for free for the next 5 years. So if you are thinking, oh, I'll wait till interest rates go down so that way my monthly payment is lower and more manageable, I totally get that. But at the same time, you could buy a house at the lower prices now and refinance once those rates do go down. Because once the rates go down, the home prices are going up because the competition will be coming out the door. You'll be coming out being like, yay, 5.5% interest rate. But then like 100,000 more people will be coming out as well. And then when you look around at the inventory, it's just not going to be there, because I'm telling you at 3.8 months of inventory, and I'm not finding things the moment I go show homes. The moment the interest rates go down and more buyers come out to play, it's just going to be that much harder to find something good. So I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but it is what it is. And if you're listening to podcasts and you're listening and you're reading books and you're watching the news, please know this is the most accurate interpretation of what's happening in the Austin real estate industry. I am living and breathing real estate daily, okay? My emails, my conversations, me going out and seeing properties throughout all of Austin. I'm a hustler, man. I work everywhere. I am out and I'm talking to agents. Like, I am the source. So please, by all means, educate yourself. But know, when it comes to Austin real estate, I am your resource. I'm going to shoot it to you straight. I know what's happening. Please. So, interest rates, please don't wait for them to go down to buy. And sellers, if you can, maybe wait till the highway construction starts to pick up and people need to move closer to Austin. If you can wait, I think it would be smart to wait for that pain point to increase and then sell your house. Okay, I hope this was helpful. I'm gonna have another video next month. And if this is still a green screen and I haven't done something cool with it, it's because I'm actually looking for a social media manager internship. It could be local, it could be remote. So if you know anyone looking to gain experience, I have an executive assistant as well as myself. We've been in the workforce for a very long time. I think I started working when I was in 4th grade. So I've been doing work and communication and jobs my whole life. So I have so much compassion for young people trying to find their way in the world. I would love to have an intern and have them help my business as well as helping them grow their portfolio. So if you know anyone, please keep that in mind. Thank you. Is Highway 35. Highway 35. 70%. 70%.